Hampshire head towards win after Foxes follow on. James Vince's remarkable innings of 231 off 220 balls put Hampshire in an imposing position. They followed that with a professional performance with the ball. Leicestershire reduced to 151 for 4, trailing their visitors by 461. The third day got off to a poor start for the Foxes. Vince was enjoying a blessed existence and took his form to the field. Colin Ackerman left stranded. Ben Mike followed not long after, Hampshire really turning the screw as Abbott struck again. Swindles had stood firm though. His vigil brought the reward of a 50, another boundary off a Bass, taking him to the personal milestone. That was as good as it got for the Foxes though. Callum Parkinson couldn't stick around for long. He was brilliantly caught by Dawson in the slips. Swindles followed, the same two players combined, the catch slightly less spectacular. Another crane over brought another wicket, Wright bowled around his legs. Evans and Griffith stuck around long enough to take Leicestershire to 200 runs, but that was as far as they would go. Evans looked for one final big shot, but got it wrong. The Foxes all out for 202, a huge 410 runs behind their visitors. Confirmation there of Leicestershire's lower order collapse, who was spun out by Mason Crane, and the lone half-century put up by Swindles. Hampshire enforced the follow-on. Evans and Azad got back in the firing line a little quicker than they'd have hoped, and it was Evans trudging back first when the score was just 12. Some extravagant movement from Kyle Abbott gave him his fourth of the match. And the hosts must have been relieved when the lunch break came, 22 for 1 and a deficit of 388. The resumption was kinder to the hosts. Azad and Dearden combined well to take the score to 50. But when all seemed serene, Hampshire came roaring back. McManus quick to whip the bails off, Azad stumped for 18. Dearden held firm, his innings a frustration for Hampshire, culminating in a 50. Ackerman couldn't stick with him though, the skipper walking off almost before the catch had been taken. Abbas once again with the delivery. And as the saying goes, one brings two, and Crane was the man to pick up the prize wicket of Harry Dearden. Leicestershire now staring down the barrel of a potential Day 3 defeat. With the session winding towards tea, Hill and Swindles found quick boundaries. They dragged the score to 135 for 4 at the interval, but they still trailed Hampshire by 275. The Foxes pair ticked past 150 in the early knockings of the evening session. For the first time, Leicestershire looked like they were having fun. Hill here cleared the ropes to take the partnership to 50 runs. But almost as soon as they started to enjoy themselves, the fun was over. Swindles departed a little red-faced, undone by a full toss. Ben Mike followed him, Crane now with 4 to his name. Callum Parkinson joined Hill, and the pair took the Foxes past 200. Hill going to a half-century from 89 balls. He fell with the day winding towards a conclusion. Wheel's hard work finally rewarded, and the Foxes reduced to 240 for 7. The home side's back was broken soon after Hill's departure. Callum Parkinson out LBW as Wheel struck again. The extra half an hour was granted, but bad light forced them into a fourth day. The score, an academic 279 for 8, but Hampshire denied the final 2 wickets they needed for victory.